And we do appreciate you logging on to KBTX.com. Of course, any questions that we couldn't get to on air, we're trying to put those online with the county judge candidates in the GOP race for Brazos County Judge. And Brian Alg still with us. We appreciate you sticking around, Brian. Thanks for being here. Courthouse renovations getting underway. We've got a magistrate judge that was just recently added to try to take some of the workload off of it, but there is still a significant backlog. So when it comes to the possibility, at least, of a district judge or a county court at law judge, what's your take on that? What's your stand?
I'd have to speak with what we currently have as far as judges to see if more staff is what's needed, if they need better tools. If we need to add a judge, that's another possibility. But I'd have to speak with them to see what it is that they need.
Sure. When it comes back on looking back on the county's decision making over the past few years or so, if you had the chance to go back in time and maybe change a decision that the county has made, what would that one decision, one change be, and why?
Well, the thing that needs to be changed is how things are done there. Right now, they don't do the financial analysis before they make multi-million-dollar decisions, and that certainly needs to change. One thing that just comes to mind is with this expo center, they had an economic impact study that they relied on, and it's unreliable. When you look at it, there are algebra mistakes. They don't provide any basis for the numbers that they use in there, and yet they made a multi-million-dollar decision based on it. And it's unreliable. And when you ask them about it, the county attorney apparently told one county commissioner not to discuss this. Another commissioner said that he didn't want to bother the people who did this study to ask them for the rest of their work. And that's just not the way things should be done. And so that would affect everything, including a lot of these tax abatements and other things that people give economic impact studies. And if you aren't prepared to do the financial analysis, you're going to make the wrong decision.
You are an economic consultant. You're out of Texas A&M. You've been in the area for a few years now. But you know the elephant in the room, I guess, is the age difference. Obviously, You're about less than half the age of the other candidates who are in this, and as a result of that, experience gets brought up. They've been in government positions before. You're brand new to it. What would your argument be that, I'm 25, but what's the argument?
The big thing is that I come in with a different perspective on how government should behave. I believe that we have a very limited set of responsibilities, and we should do those well. And it's appalling to me that we're having to discuss things like tax abatements, government coming in and trying to direct traffic in local business in a Republican primary. I guess it says something to the strength of the Republican Party that these types of things aren't being discussed in a Democratic primary. But this is not what we should be talking about. And the fact that I'm 25, really, I don't see the relevance. But also, as far as experience, all five of the candidates that are going in the Republican Party primary to run against Chet have not held a government position. And I would take any one of them over Chet Edwards. It's not about so much government experience. That doesn't get you very far. It's about the mentality, the skills you bring in, and the energy and the drive to do the job well. And those are the three things that I have in spades. And that's something that, unless I was in this race, would be missing.
Is that, you think, the biggest thing that differentiates you between the other three candidates is what you just said there, the drive and determination?
It's the drive. I have a different mentality. I have a distinct philosophical difference with how government should be behaving. I think that they should stay within their role and do that well, and otherwise not meddle whenever they can. There's this constant drive to look for an excuse to be more involved with business, to be more involved with people's lives. For instance, with these tax increment financing things, that was originally started to be able to save blighted areas, say in the middle of Detroit. And now they're being used by local governments so that local politicians can say, look what I brought in. I say, if that's what you're doing it wrong. Business should be brought in by business. And when you have government in there trying to direct traffic, the allocation of resources is going to be all wrong. The markets are way better at handling what businesses should be where, what businesses should be coming in, there have been studies that have been done on this. It does not work. Markets are way better at directing traffic.
All right, we appreciate the time, Brian, this morning. Thank you so much for coming in and talking to us.
Thanks.